Society. You can either be a boy, a girl, or some kind of freak. Me. Okay, freak. Society. No. We wanted to gaslight you into picking boy or girl. You weren't supposed to pick the third option we gave you. We just gave you the third option of freak to make you feel bad and to make sure you don't pick that because no one wants to be a freak. Listen, if people think you're a freak, that's kind of on them. Like, it doesn't actually mean anything about you really, other than, oh, you're a little bit different to people. But that's not actually a bad thing. So if you want to pick the third option of freak, go ahead, because there are a lot of us there already, and we're just kind of waiting for new recruits, really. Hello, BabyQueers, and welcome back to my channel. It's still Pride Month, obviously, so we gotta do more queer videos and queer memes. So we're back on Me IRL LGBT. We've been here very shortly, but we gotta come back for Pride Month, I guess. But anyways, that's what we're doing today. But you know the deal, before we continue, y'all gotta get hydrated. So grab some water, or some tea, or whatever else you like to drink, and then we'll continue. In the meantime, also feel free to like and subscribe. Do you have your drink? Okay, let's go. My first kiss was at sunset. I was 21. I was studying abroad, overlooking the Vitava River. I didn't know what to do. I thought I was about to understand something profound. I've been told it would be a defining moment of my life, but when it was over, all I could think was, that's it? I love that the creators titled Biblically Accurate Moth. That's a pretty cool name, first of all. But yeah, I think a lot of like aromantic people probably get that exact feeling of when they go along with it, it's kind of like, that's it? That's what everyone's always talking about? Because for a lot of people it is more significant or more exciting, or, you know, generally it just makes them feel good, and it is generally like exciting for them. But if you're aromantic, yeah, being let down by it and just feeling like it's just kind of weird and unnecessary maybe is probably very common. We all must get weirder and more queer. If you see me acting weird and queer, mind your business. If you see me not acting weird and queer, maybe also mind your business, but also a gentle reminder that I should probably step up and act weirder and more queer might actually be in order. Like, kind of depending on who you are. Like, if any of my queer friends are just like hitting me up like, my guy, what are you doing? You've not done anything incredibly queer today? Are you doing okay? Because if you are, you gotta step up right the frog now. You know, New Hope Church, God says homosexuality is in. It is in. It's not sin. You know, like, this picture is forever old, but it will never not be funny to me. Because A, generally, like, changing church signs to say something different seems kind of funny to me, right? But these faces are just making this whole picture a lot greater. You know, I wouldn't actually steal the letter. I would like put it next to the sign or put it somewhere else so they can like use it again. But if you come across the sign like on your way to work or school or whatever, and they put the S in again, just like continuously taking it down would probably be something I'm doing. Homosexuality is an abomination to God Almighty. Leviticus 18:22. Never misses a gay event. Oh, the irony that these people don't seem to get, because they, like, I'm a person, I keep missing things. Like, I'm like very late to catch on to things. And I keep missing events and I forget dates, and like, these people are more up to date on gay events or queer events than I could ever be. Which seems ironic because they hate queer people and I am a queer person. So shouldn't it be more important to me? Shouldn't they mind their own business? Probably, but they don't. Oh god, here it comes. Companies changing their logo to rainbow colors for Pride Month. Hey, not to serious up this fun post, but take note of which companies in America persist with rainbow capitalism this June and which ones quietly refrain from participating. Because the ones that don't participate are the ones who were never actually interested even nominally in queer rights, well-being, etc. With Trump in the hot seat and queer rights being stripped back in every way he can manage, the social landscape in America has changed, and blatantly supportive queer folk is not necessarily the same moneymaker it has been in recent years. Which means that the companies that persist in openly supporting queer people, even in Trump's America, there's a good chance that these are the ones who will support queer people regardless of what the social flavor of the month is. It's not a foolproof way of recognizing good, trustworthy, safe companies, of course. There will still be arsehole companies that attempt to play both sides of the field and will keep up the rainbow capitalism while also helping fund platforms support conservatives, policies, politicians, etc. Yeah, like literally, like in the past couple of years, it may have been like solely rainbow capitalism, and it just got very hard to tell which companies actually care because so many companies just did it for capitalism or like for capitalistic reasons. But this year specifically, and I have a feeling the next few years as well, if companies do keep it up, if you really don't know, you can still like obviously do some more research into these brands that still keep up the rainbow logo. But yeah, I think the chances are a lot better this year that the companies who put up rainbow logos and everything actually care about diversity and queer people, you know? Wishing all the homophobes and transphobes a super uncomfortable month. Because yeah, there are gonna be queer events. And people are gonna post more about queerness or, you know, create posts with like happy pride and like make pride art and everything. So you're gonna see it a lot. And I honestly think we should just keep it up after Pride Month is over, because if we've ever needed it, it is this year. Butterflies are a transgender symbol. I get it, that's cute. Eggs are a transgender symbol. I sort of understand. Plush sharks are a transgender symbol. I'm completely lost now. Honestly, I am trans, and I don't have a blaha, and I don't really understand how we got there. Is it just because it vaguely resembles trans color because like the inside of the mouth is pink and the shark is blue? It's not the same blue as the trans flag, it's like way darker, but is that how we got there? How did we get there? I have no idea, but it's one of the things that just kind of makes sense. I don't know why it makes sense, but it kind of makes sense. Coming out as trans in today's climate. Danger. Being way happier despite all the hate. Banger. Yeah, listen, like, I think even in the past, trans people have gotten the, oh, that's so brave. Oh, I could never, that's so brave of you, before. And it's always kind of weird. But this year, coming out as trans this year, despite all the attacks against trans people, I might actually want to say is brave, because I could see how it would be easier and safer maybe to keep it hidden, to be like, well, I lied to people, you know, for so long about who I am. A few more years isn't gonna kill me, and it might kill me if I don't keep lying to people, you know, and come out as trans and be honest about how I feel about my gender. Like, this year, I might actually want to call it brave. They're finally right, you know? I made a trans brick purse for Pride. It's literally a brick, celebrating the first Pride and 2025. As far as purses go, it's maybe a bit useless. As far as statement goes, it is an absolutely brilliant idea. And also probably a way to keep you safe on your way home from Pride or something, because I'm not saying you should be hitting people with this brick, but if they are trying to hate crime you, I don't see why you wouldn't do it as self-defense, actually. The cis straight people in the welcoming and respectful Discord. The second a trans person has a problem with people making pronoun jokes. I fucking hate you and I hope you die. But we're the crazy ones. Queer people are the dangerous ones and the weird ones, but these people frequently seem to completely crash out and wish death on people, or hope they get mutilated or hate crimed or a lot of awful things. But no, we're the weird ones because we're just trying to exist and be happy with our lives and with ourselves, you know, and just be honest. But no, we're the weird ones, not the ones that are so hateful that they just lash out at any and everyone. Yeah, that seems the more normal group of people. Veterans get 1 day of recognition each year. Homosexuals get a full month. That is so fucking awesome. I hate the military. To be fair, is November military month or veterans month? Because I think, hang on, let me Google. November is officially National Veterans and Military Family Appreciation Month. I don't really know that without Googling it first, because I don't give a shit about the military. And to be fair, one Pride Month isn't enough. I think we should also take October, because Halloween is very widely loved by a lot of queer people. So I think we should also just make October Pride Month 2, Spooky Edition, and just take that month to piss off more people, I guess. Coming out. Hi, I'm the artist anime girl OC. And hi, I'm the artist self-insert OC. Bam. I'm the self-insert OC now. I mean, why not? First of all, that is one way to come out. And honestly, like, artists coming out via art, or if you're a really good baker, coming out via cake, or coming out with a song or a poem or whatever. Honestly, why the hell not? Like, coming out normal to people, like just telling them, great, good. But honestly, adding a little bit of flair if you are an artist seems perfectly fair. Younger me thinking coming out to my parents is a good idea. Let's go. In and out, 20-minute adventure. Oh god, what have we done? Yeah. This is why I say you don't need to come out to people. Like, I get that it doesn't feel great lying, and it certainly doesn't feel great that other people assume things about you and pull the whole, when you become a mother one day, or when you get a husband one day, or, things like that. That sucks. I know that. But honestly, keeping yourself safe and making sure your life doesn't get harder is still a good idea. So if you aren't sure if it's a good idea, maybe hold off, or maybe, try to like gently bring it up. Like, take them out to the city when there's a pride parade. You don't need to go to the pride parade. You can just see how they react to it, and then, or just like try to bring it up in small ways of like, oh, yeah, I saw a pride post earlier, or things like that, to kind of maybe test the waters if you're not sure. Because sometimes you can apparently be sure and be very wrong about it. Different hearts, one rhythm. Happy Pride Month from Team Overwatch. I just don't think I can support this anymore. I was a huge fan of Pride Month, but I had no idea Overwatch was involved. I'm not a gamer. I don't know anything about Overwatch. Why are we hating Overwatch? Maybe it's entirely fair. I literally don't know, but yeah, you don't need to cancel liking something because someone else who you don't vibe with likes it, Like, maybe they're just trying to get the capitalism points, really. instead of actually being supportive. So, you know, it's fine. You can keep liking, keep supporting Pride Month. Fun fact, all those people who complain that Pride is a sin this month will be talking non-stop about American Pride 1 month from today. Yeah, actually, a little less than a month now, but still. Pride is a sin, but what they really mean is that they don't understand queer people and they're afraid of anything they don't understand because it might be bad for them, and then they just want to get super hateful. If they have pride in their own identity, or the fact that they're straight, or the fact that they're American, which seems a hell of a lot weirder, especially this year, than it used to. Like, it already seems weird to a lot of people outside of the US how proud of their country Americans are, but especially this year, I gotta question y'all's sanity if you still keep this up, by the way. You know, but anyways, yeah, pride is only wrong when we do it, not when they do it. Didn't you know? A young gay dragon being forced to explain to his dad why he only kidnaps princes. A young gay prince having to explain to his dad how he keeps managing to get kidnapped by the same dragon over and over. Stop, no, help. So, does the dragon shapeshift, or are 100,000 plus people really okay with the dragon and a human doing the do? How many times must you king shape me in my own lair? First of all, we do not king shame people. And second of all, you don't know anything about their relationship. Maybe it's purely romantic and not sexual. You made it sexual. It wasn't sexual in this picture, but you made it so. So, you know, but I think I would read this if it was a book. I would watch it if it was a movie or a series. I would read it if someone made like more comics about it, because this just seems incredibly funny. Like, you could literally make it like a series and like have each episode like become more and more strange. Like, the dad wants to protect his son and just like keeps locking him away somewhere, or keeps like moving him about to different places to keep him safe from the dragon. But the dragon just like keeps picking it up in more and more like concluded places, and it'd be so funny. It'd be so great. If anyone wants to create that, please do. I'm sorry, but there's certain things kids shouldn't see at Pride. When impressionable LGBTQ kids see gay bankers and cops flaunting their lifestyle at the parade, they get the wrong idea that queer liberation is possible within capitalism. I would hate for my child to go to Pride and think that growing up to be a cop is okay. Not on my watch. Yeah, like saying, oh, kink doesn't belong at Pride. Kind of strange, because you don't even need to explain to kids why there are people dressed in leather with dog masks on. You don't need to explain that to your kid. You can just say that it's something these adults enjoy doing, that it's something they like doing. They're probably not going to think about it too much, because kids don't really care that much about adults' lives in that way, you know? I know kids are curious, but still, I don't think they are going to care that much. You know? Because a lot of people aren't obviously going to do super sexual things while in public, right? Especially because they're aware that kids are probably going to be present. So, you know, kink belongs at Pride. Cops? Questionable. Really questionable. There is no such thing as Pride without a thin blue line. The brave men, women, and non-binary heroes at Stonewall couldn't have thrown bricks at cops if there hadn't been any cops. But to be fair, they wouldn't have had a reason to throw bricks if the cops hadn't been terrorizing the gay people. So, yeah, there isn't Pride without cops, because there probably wouldn't have been a need to, you know. But if you keep trying to uphold a really rigid norm with police brutality, then yeah, we're gonna continue to need pride. And maybe more of us need certain brick handbags. You know, like if you have bricks left over because you built something, or you just like go out and get a brick and make a brick handbag, I think like Germany kind of has like really strict laws really about what you can carry for self-defense, because a lot of things you're not allowed to carry. I don't know if you're allowed to carry a brick around as a handbag. I have a feeling that Germany would probably have laws against that. Might need to Google before I do it, but anyways. Okay, that was all the memes I have for today. And Dragon Comic. Less art than in the last video actually, but I'm not that mad about it because we had a cute dragon comic. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this installation of queer memes. We're gonna do queer videos all through Pride Month, so I will see you guys in the next video in a few days with more queer memes.